What's good with y'all? Boys, girls, they, thems, whatever the fuck you is, man. We here with deleted parentheses. Whatever, fuck it. I'm illiterate. Clearly, whatever. Uh, he froze her body. We're gonna figure out what this nigga talking about. Maybe he talking about that David nigga. Maybe he talking about some other like lost file, some other case. I'm just playing. He talking about David. Whatever. Let's see what he's talking about.
Alright, so we gotta get into this David update because these new details are honestly disturbing as fuck. This update feels like a cold weight settling over everything. The kind of darkness that doesn't shock anymore, just breaks you in a quieter, heavier way. What's coming out about Celeste Rivas Hernandez, it isn't just tragic, it's disturbing on a level that leaves you hollow.
I ain't gonna lie, we should have never been allowed to use the internet the way we have been able to. Because if we didn't, this type of shit would actually be very shocking. Remember Ted Bundy? That was shocking. Because we didn't get to see all like 100,000 million billion Ted Bundys on Earth. We just saw Ted Bundy. But now we get to see all of this other shit. Like, this shit is fucked up, man.
Multiple outlets
But it's like, we're accustomed to it, so it's not that fucked up, right?
are now reporting that when Celeste was found, her remains were dismembered and partially frozen.
Breaking news, Celeste was frozen according to the medical examiner, in addition to being completely dismembered.
Bombshell reporting that Celeste Rivas Hernandez's body had likely been frozen. She's the young runaway whose boyfriend, singer David, is much older, and in whose Tesla trunk her remains were discovered.
Breaking news, Celeste's body was found frozen and completely dismembered. There are some crazy updates in this case. TMZ just released an article saying the medical examiner received the body in horrendous condition. It was decapitated, and while the torso was intact, the limbs were removed and cut into multiple pieces.
Developments in the Celeste
That's fucking
Rivas
sick,
death.
bro.
TMZ has learned that
Who the fuck is this nigga? I'm sorry.
her body had been frozen, and when it was found, it was still partially frozen in the back of David's car, and it was in such bad condition that we are told the medical examiner may never be able to establish the cause of death.
David allegedly froze her body. Celeste.
One more time. Who the fuck is this nigga, man? Who is... I have too many questions, and I know this nigga can answer them, but he's not gonna answer these. Who the fuck is this nigga? Whatever.
Body was frozen, then dismembered and put in the trunk. And yes, we've confirmed that it was dismembered.
Whether every detail is confirmed
Sorry, I'm not a TikToker.
or not, the picture being painted is bleak, unnatural, and deeply unsettling. It's the kind of information that makes you wish the world was kinder than the reality facing this 14-year-old girl. What we know so far feels like something pulled out of a nightmare. LA authorities discovered Celeste's body on September 8th, stuffed into the frunk of a Tesla, registered to the singer David. So now they're saying that what they reportedly found were remains in pieces, a torso intact, but the rest disassembled. Some outlets say the body arrived at the medical examiner decapitated, limbs removed, partially frozen. The most chilling part is that the frozen state may leave her cause of death forever uncertain, a silence in the record books instead of answers. The LAPD and the medical examiners still haven't released the autopsy report, so the case is locked behind a security hold. However, robbery homicide detectives are treating this as a suspected murder, but yet so much information still remains untouchable to the public. The cause of death is still pending.
I ain't gonna cap. Any nigga with more than like ear piercings, maybe a nose. Let's be real here. That nigga's freaky. Like, what?
Information still remains untouchable to the public. The cause of death is still
Come
pending.
on, man.
We may never know, because how the body was found, we may never get those answers. So behind the scenes, unnamed investigators are whispering a narrative that's hard to ignore, that David is considered a suspect and that they believe he didn't act alone, that more than one person was involved in what was done to Celeste. And even that comes with warning labels, because the most gruesome details aren't coming from the police podiums, but from the sources behind the curtains. So they might be true, they might not be, but they feel too specific too consistent, and honestly too horrific to dismiss entirely. And the medical examiner has already returned Celeste's body to her family for burial. Her story is being laid to rest before the truth of her death is even known. Lab tests and toxicology are still underway, but it's the damage that was done to her remains, the decomposition, the freezing, all that could lead to some things unknowable forever. And now they're reporting that David has never cooperated with detectives.
Freak ass nigga.
They are reporting that investigators have been unable to speak to him at all. His team has gone silent. His attorney has stopped commenting. It is a homicide investigation for sure.
Now, from what I know, from what I've been told, this is all alleged. Bro was getting, you feel me, with her. And then bro got two, you feel me, with her. And she had a kid on the way. And bro was not fucking with that, but she was fucking with that. And that's just how this happened. So, excuse me if I'm on some like, this nigga's a freak type shit. Because that nigga is most definitely like a freak. Like, come on, bro. Like, how you gonna fuck? They underage. How you gonna put your penis in them?
It is a suspect.
Like, overly underage. Like, not like, come on, bro. It's not even excusable. Like, this is some pedophilic shit, man.
However, he's still not charged. And in the center of all this secrecy, all this horror, all these contradictions and withheld answers is a 14-year-old girl whose last months were spent missing, vulnerable, and unheard until her body was found in pieces. There's literally no drama left in this story, man. Just a sense of something deeply wrong and fucked up. A child's life ended brutally, and now that truth is being buried under ice and silence. It's frustrating. And the whole situation is just getting messier. Cause let's be real, why the hell did it take that long? Like, come on, man. The internet solved this case so damn fast. It was.
But that's the internet. They solved so many cases and they was fucking wrong. Like, what? Have you ever been to r/Chiracology or whatever the fuck? They be solving hella cases and they be fucking wrong because they're not in the streets with them. But this whole thing might just be different because this is like crazy. Like, this is like, that's one thing. Oh, we shooting up these niggas, then they shooting up our niggas. This nigga was shooting the club up. But an underage girl, my nigga. This is totally different. But like, I say that to say, he might not have did it himself. He might have had one of his mans do it. He might have hired somebody. Like, we gotta remember, this nigga got the bread to do it. Like, come on, man. This is crazy.
It's crazy. Everybody was playing Inspector Gadget except for the cops. And the timeline they're putting together now is even darker. So the police believe that Celeste passed away around spring, as in months before anybody found her in the frunk of the abandoned Tesla. And yeah, I said frunk. I mean, because it was in the front. It wasn't in the trunk. I gotta say the word front. And all this does for me is raise a whole new set of questions, because it's like, damn, where was everybody at? How can nobody know that she was gone? Why did everyone just assume she ran away and moved on? She was 14,
she did this all the time.
A child. If a kid that young disappears,
just
it shouldn't
questions.
be, oh, she ran off again. If they knew she was at some dude's house named David, they should have went and told the police that so they could get a welfare check in motion. Because
that's the ugly side of it. They didn't know she was doing this. They just knew that the girl ran away all the time. Like, oh, my daughter, she always run away. She always get mad, hot-headed. She leave and then she come back. That's most likely what they thought. And then this motherfucker did not come back ever. And so now we got this. But this is just how it happens, man. Your daughter, sister, cousin, whatever go missing, niece, nephew, they go missing, they disappear. You put out a report, police ain't gonna do nothing about it until they find like some evidence that they died. And it's like, bro, I put this report in like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, a week ago, a month ago. Well, what the fuck can we do? We're just the police. Bitch ass nigga, get them dogs out there and figure the fuck out, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It's fucked up.
If police now believe she's been gone for that long, it means she was missing for months while everybody around her seemed to just dial her out. Like there was no urgency. I just don't understand why her parents didn't have the police banging on his door a long time ago. If they knew that she was with somebody named David, why is there no report filed for them to find their daughter with some guy named David? Shouldn't
They
there
probably
be an
didn't
Amber
know.
Alert or some shit? Like they treated her like she was invisible. And I don't know about y'all, but for me that makes this even more heartbreaking. Then you add the new details. Authorities now say she wasn't just decomposed, she was actually dismembered. Now remember, when the reports first started rolling out, they stated that she was dismembered, but they couldn't tell if it was because she was severely decomposed. They felt like maybe she was just so decomposed that she wasn't intact anymore. However, this time around, it is being reported that it's not from time passing, it's not from nature. Someone actually did that intentionally, and they are reporting that investigators think David may had help. That completely changes the tone.
I'm gonna give it a stack. Any nigga to take a picture like this trying to look hard, that nigga a bitch. We know you a bitch. You trying to look hard for the cams, you know what I'm saying? Niggas behind the cams, your managers, the fucking photographers or whatever. Anybody on set was probably trying to make you look like this because it looks cool. And realistically, those that know that, they know. This don't look cool, bro. You look like a bitch. Like you look like a bitch that's trying to act hard. Like, come on, man, watch out.
Of this case, because clearly this wasn't a panic, this wasn't an accident, this was hands-on, deliberate, calculated. A lot of people were suspecting that she might have OD'd and they try to cover it up, and that wouldn't have made it okay, of course. It's just theories of what might have happened, but it's not looking like that. It's looking like how everybody else felt. People on Reddit have been going wild with theories from day one. Some really feel that he had a weird obsession with dark themes because of the things that he would say in his songs, and others think it was some twisted sacrifice.
It's crazy that a really nice Beamer got involved in this bullshit, man. That was a really nice car. He did this shit, man. Watch out.
Conspiracy. However, nobody really knows the real motive yet, but whatever it wasn't random. And honestly, I don't even need to know why. Who gives a fuck? Put his ass under the cell. That was a little girl, and that's sad. She didn't deserve that. He should have just took her home. There was no reason for him to even have her at all. It's disgusting. So yeah, the LAP
Nigga's a freak, man. What can we say? I mean, it's crazy because at the point that we know him, he can pull hella bitches because he got money, he got status, he got whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? He ain't an ugly nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? But he could pull, but it was just easier to pull someone underage for him. So he was not going to take her home. Like, let's be 1,000,000% real. Regardless of if he like took her out this world or not, he was not gonna take her home, bro. I'm trying to laugh the pain off. That shit fucked up.
D is officially calling David a suspect. It means that they finally have something concrete, something they obviously think can actually stand up in court. Because let's keep it lit, if they calling him a suspect now, the evidence is strong enough to matter in court. And what hurts the most, it really didn't have to go on this long. I'm assuming her family sat in agony for months. I only say I assume because I just don't feel like nobody really tried to find her. They just waited for her to pop up. However, I can't speak on the behalf of her family. I don't know how they truly feel about the situation. I'm pretty sure they're like shaken from it. And the internet pieced together clues while the system seemed to drag its feet.
There is a grand jury.
Let's keep it a band, bro. Internet detectives is way more efficient because they have more time on their hands and they think about this harder and they don't go out into the field and gather evidence. Like, if you want something to stick, you need evidence. Why you think motherfucking detectives be interviewing people? What I don't remember exactly what they call it, but they'll get you in a little room and they'll talk to you about it. And if you talk, that's evidence. So their whole goal is to gather evidence so that shit sticks. And if they don't have evidence, if no one's talking, bring your lawyers in. Ain't shit really stick until they find physical evidence that you did that shit. That's just how that shit go, man. They ain't dragging their feet. They doing the due diligence and they going through the process. And it's fucked up because that's just the way that our process was developed. So
Jury that has convened in the case involving the death of Celeste Rivas. And this is a really interesting twist. And underlying it all is what I believe is a war between the LAPD and the LA County Medical Examiner. So here's what happened. The LA Times got hold of a petition.
That nigga been in the gym. I'm sorry, I'm just like completely off topic, but that nigga been in the gym. I ain't watched this nigga for like 10, 15 years. He got a beard and all type of shit, nigga. Yeah, all right.
That the LAPD filed asking to block the medical examiner from releasing any information about the death of Celeste Rivas. This is highly unusual. And as a matter of fact, the LAPD tried this back in September, and the judge in that case said, there's no basis for doing that the LAPD didn't make a case. Well, they went back again, apparently a few days ago, and they asked again, seal all the information that the medical examiner has, and that judge did it.
Okay, wait. It ain't even fighting a lawyers at this point. At this point, it's they might just got the bread to do that. It's crazy, and it's always gonna be crazy, but.
And the medical examiner was pissed.
Man, at this point, every outlet is basically saying the same shit. He's a suspect, and he has not been cooperating. But yet somehow, even with all of that, nobody's been arrested. Nobody's been charged, and the official cause of death is still pending.
They are not close to making an arrest. We are told it is, quote, nowhere imminent.
Oh, fuck no.
That doesn't mean there won't be one.
Humiliation ritual.
There is a chance there won't be one, in the sense that we don't even know if this was a homicide. And we pushed today to find out and could not get an answer.
It's like watching justice crawl through molasses while everyone else already sees the red flags waving in the wind. Investigators are reportedly digging into that random spring trip they took to some remote patch of Santa Barbara County, and they've been going through all of Celeste's digital history, trying to put the pieces back together. But it's all still stuck in investigation mode. Like everything is paused while a child's entire story, her entire life, gets treated like optional homework or some shit. And honestly, now as I'm editing this, LAPD is suddenly saying the body was never frozen after all.
The captain of the Robbery Homicide Division of the LAPD is telling People magazine those reports aren't true. Captain Scott Williams tells People that Celeste was not frozen and that, quote, Celeste was not decapitated. The whole frozen thing doesn't even make sense. Her body was in the car for weeks, he said. And he added, even if she had been frozen solid when she was put in the car, which there is no evidence to suggest she was, 5 or more weeks in the trunk.
What's even crazier is allegedly she lived like 20 minutes from where I live. And it's like, I know shit be happening around here, but I ain't know shit like that be happening around here. You feel me?
Of a car in sweltering heat in the middle of summer would not have resulted in a partially frozen body being discovered on September the 8th. End quote. I do want to ask you if there might be some partial truth to this, that possibly those.
Let's digest this. Was frozen for months in the hot ass summer heat. Frozen for months? That don't even make sense. I feel like somebody is just in there saying shit, bro. Cause like, how the fuck do you freeze something and leave it in the heat for months? Payola, bitch, ain't it?
Body parts had been frozen long ago and then had decomposed in the back of the trunk. If that part might be true, would freezing do something to that body?
Absolutely, freezing would. And it is possible that the body was frozen, and then, of course, after 5 weeks would not be frozen when found. But freezing actually damages the cells.
Prove me wrong, mama.
It also actually speeds up decomposition once it starts to thaw.
So the captain at LAPD has said our story about Celeste Rivas's body being partially frozen.
Oh, this nigga reading the script. Look at him. Look at him. He reading the script.
Incorrect.
Look at him.
The body had not been frozen. So went back to a very well-connected source connected to the medical examiner, the LA County Medical Examiner, and they doubled, tripled, quadrupled, and sextupled down that the body was found in a partially frozen state.
So it just seems.
Wait, so that frunk is that cold? Like, hold on. I'm gonna need y'all to help me get a Tesla for science and research purposes, and I'm gonna sit in that bitch for like a cool hour or two, and I'll tell y'all how cold it is. You feel me?
That is just twist after twist, contradiction after contradiction. Every time you think you understand what could have happened, someone yanks the floor out again. It's exhausting, it's sick, and it makes the whole situation feel even more disrespectful to Celeste. Her truth is getting tossed around while everyone debates technicalities, instead of giving this girl the justice she deserves. Celeste was a child, she deserved protection, she deserved urgency. She for real deserved grown-ups who took her disappearance seriously. I just don't understand why they didn't call the police when they found out she was messing with him from jump. I mean, he older than her. She was a little ass girl. They're saying that he met her when she was 11 years old.
They didn't know.
And shit, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. The system failed her, and we're gonna keep talking about it as more comes out, because now it's not just about David, it's about what failed her. Every system around her, every adult around her, every sign that got ignored. Celeste deserved better, and now the world owes her the truth. And it doesn't matter if she was the one that was running away. She's a child. She didn't know any better. She needed somebody to guide her. But yeah, this shit's sad as hell, man. I thought we would just do a quick update. I already did one of those deep ass psychological think pieces on the situation, but I thought, right, we would just talk about it real quick, the updated version of what's going on right now. Shit's just sad, man. I really truly hate hearing about innocent lives being taken for no reason. It just messes with me. There was no reason to do that little girl like that. It's fucked up. Just having to think about the shit is so fucked up. But yeah, please be safe out there, for real. The world is weird right now. We all see it. And stories like Celeste,
I'm gonna just keep it a band. It's always been weird. It's just televised now.
Hit way harder because they show how fast things can go wrong when the people around you aren't paying attention. So if you're young, please don't put your trust into older people. Do not do it. Just because they're older than you doesn't mean that they're your protector, and it doesn't mean they're meant to lead you. They're just older than you. That's it. Don't put your trust into them. I'm talking strangers, influencers, especially anybody that tries to isolate you from your support system. I'm telling you right now, if anybody tries to isolate you and say you don't need to go to your mom's house, or you don't need to talk to your dad, or you don't need to talk to your siblings, you need to run away. That's a red flag. If something feels off even a little bit, you need to leave. Tell somebody. Your safety.
How do they know what feels off if they've never... You gotta experience it to know that it feels off. These are kids. They don't know what is off until it's off and shit hits the fan. That's, you know what I'm saying? Your parents supposed to teach you that. You feel me? So everyone failed her, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Everyone failed her, man.
Matters, man. It matters more than someone's feelings. It matters more than someone's promises or someone's attention. They'll get over it. If they're not letting you see your family because they want to spend more time with you, man, that's a red flag. You need a dip. They'll get over it. You really need to be staying away from anybody older than you, though, especially if you're a minor. There's no reason for you to kick it with adults. There's no reason, unless it's someone safe, like a loved.
I'm gonna give it a bean. Like, my older folks don't even want to kick it with me. I go to the family functions, they don't even want to be around me. So, like, I wouldn't want to be around someone older than me. Just for that simple fact, like, they're not finna fuck with me. Like, but I'm also at an age where I understand why. When I was like 14, 15, it didn't make sense because I'm young, I don't get it. But as I got older, it started to make more and more sense. Motherfuckers don't have nothing to really talk about, nothing to really bond over. So if a motherfucker is way older than me and they want to link with me, they want some dick. Not even finna front. Like, that's obviously, I mean, I'm a dude, so like they gonna want dick. But you know what I'm saying? Vice versa, they gonna want some coochie. Like, come on, man. But they don't know that because they young.
one, like someone
we know that
your family trusts and you trust and you know it ain't even like that, then that's different. But I'm saying, and sometimes you gotta watch family members too. But what I'm saying is there's no reason for you to hang with any adults. And for the parents, y'all gotta stay locked in. Your kids might act like they don't need you, but they do. Check in with them, ask questions, know who they talk to online, know who they're hanging around, be nosy.
What the
that's your
fuck is this picture? Yeah, this nigga trying too hard. Like, what?
Business. They don't have business yet. They not grown enough to have business yet. That's your business. Don't brush off red flags. Don't assume that they're just being dramatic. And do not take silence as peace. Your presence could be the thing that keeps them safe. And your attention could be the thing that saves their life. It shouldn't take tragedies like this for us to tighten up. It really shouldn't. But maybe this is the reminder that everybody needs. Stay safe out there. Look out for each other. Look out for your kids. Look out for your family. And remember, staying aware isn't fear, it's protection.
That nigga spitting right there, man. Ooh, I kind of want to watch this motherfucker. I like this, man. Watch out. Anywho, hope y'all enjoy watching that with me as much as I enjoy watching that myself. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good shit, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man.